10 of the National Football League.
And the spotlight is on Najee Harris. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game.
It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in,
the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
and the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll start out here with the option left. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how'd it become 4th down?
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He stiff arms him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
They'll run with Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
A try here for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've been terrific. Other weeks where we wonder just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those two. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So right here, this offense is trying to tack on to their lead in the second quarter with an upcoming field goal attempt. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So right here, this offense is trying to tack on to their lead in the second quarter with an upcoming field goal attempt. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their...
Let's go.
They run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. This offense has been clicking pretty well here in the first half. They've got the sizable margin. Now can they add to it here with a final drive in the second quarter? He gets it complete to Harris. Room here to run. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket, and boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone. To go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
He's got this to Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead.
So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17.
Here we go. Here we go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Being chased out left. It's brought in by Harris. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. So on fourth down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
Now they're setting up here for the onside kick. They need this football. Now can the receiving team thwart that from happening? And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down.
This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
David Ojabo
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They'll run. Here's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.